Sri Aurobindo Mira is my refuge. Good morning. Welcome all of you. Namaste. On this great day, we are going to discuss a beautiful topic, that is paradox. It will be discussed in the light of Sri Aurobindo's Savitri. Sri Aurobindo speaks of here, the enigma's knot is tied in humankind. Enigma's knot is tied in the humankind. So what happens, how the things are going on, we are going to discuss in brief. He is a stranger in the mindless vast, a traveler in his oft-shifting home, like a nomad. As he is the nomads, these Jajabars are shifting their home, their camp during the time from place to place, like this man, without any fixed background, without any fixed support, without any fixed house to stay. He is shifting his house of life from one place to another place in the process of time. Sri Aurobindo speaks of man still a soul awake in this unconscious world. The entire world is unconscious, but man is soul awake to the little extent he is conscious in this unconscious world. Aspires in vain to change the cosmic dream. Anywhere, everywhere where you see things are sleeping, things are now concealed. They are in a sleeping stage. They are unconscious. They are sleeping deep within. Aspires in vain to change the cosmic dream. Cosmic dream is there, he aspires to change, but all are in vain because all are sleeping. Arrived from some half luminous beyond, he is a stranger in the mindless vast. He is a stranger in the mindless vast, the vast that mind can't touch it, mind can't reach it. But he has arrived from the house, from some half luminous beyond. He has pitched, against Aurobindo speaks of, he has pitched a tent of life in desert space, as initially shortly before I was speaking of, like a Jajavar, one nomad. He has pitched the tent of life in desert space. After some times, there will be the storm of sands, or he has to shift his home. Nothing permanent in life. He is shifting, he is moving here and there. Heaven's fixed regard beholds him from above. In the house of nature, a perturbing guest. Guest, till now, his hostship is unknown, unseen, and impossible. Then Sri Aurobindo speaks of, against his spirit, all is in dire league. Not only against his mind, life, and body, against his spirit, all is in league and in dire league. A titan influence stops his Godward gaze. When he tries to escape this bondage, escape this limitation, when he wants to free his gaze and look towards the heaven, Godhead, naturally, against his spirit, all is in dire league. A titan influence stops his Godward gaze. The eternal darkness seeks him with her hands. Entire darkness, it was there, eternal. It was there, it is there, and it will be there if some miracle or some miraculous step is not taken, miracle is not happening. Then Sri Aurobindo speaks of, his day is a moment in perpetual time. He is spending the days, but his days are only a moment in perpetual time. He is the prey of the minutes and the hours. You can see your watch, immediately you see instantly within this one that time is exceeding, time is running faster, and we can see the tick, 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 that sound of the watch. His day is a moment in perpetual time. He is the prey of the minutes and the hours. We have already, from last day till now, from yesterday till now, 24 hours of the life has been spent, it has been vanished. Now it page from the entire life is torn away, it is gone. The present has torn past and the future is taking the place. Immediately after some time we will see that future being present will lapse into the past. His day is a moment in perpetual time. He is the prey of the minutes and the hours, assailed on earth and unassured of heaven. The heaven there is no assurance. Heaven, he is supposed to reach there, but actually that no assurance, nobody can give it. Assailed on earth, here also he is not happy. He is trying to stay here. He is bound by matter's thickness. That is actually he is confined. He is held here inside the grip of matter, but here assailed on earth. And even if he is trying to lift his gaze, to free his gaze, still then also there is no assurance that heaven will reach. Then how he is here, descended here, unhappy and sublime. He has descended here, but actually he is unhappy and sublime. How? What is his present position? A link between the demigod and the beast. From beast, from which he has emerged, he has evolved. From this beasthood, after emerging, he has crossed a long path. He is standing right now in the middle path. Long way he has to go. He has to reach his Godheadness. He has to attain the Godhead, actually for which his journey, his mission is there. But now itself nothing, everything is obscure. Everything is like a foggy, he can see. A link between the demigod and the beast. This is his brightest example. This is the present scenario. He can't move his gaze. A link between the demigod and the beast. He knows not his own greatness nor his aim. What is his aim and objective? Where he is going, how it was, what is his greatness, he has forgotten. He has forgotten under the grip of matter. He can't be able to awaken himself. He has forgotten his soul. He has forgotten his original Godheadness, and he is not able to define his goal. He is unable to look at his destiny. So he has forgotten everything. He has forgotten why he has come and whence, for what he was sent. What is the mighty mission he is bearing? Why he is a deputed self of the infinity here, but actually not doing nothing, simply sleeping, and actually in a puzzled and in a paradoxical life he is spending. His spirits and his members are at work. Not only his members, mind, life, body, externally his friends, relatives, kith and kin, his spirit also, they are at war, they are struggling, because struggling for light, struggling for survival, struggling for the goodness, struggling for the immortality. His heights break up too low to reach the sky. Here we feel that the sky is all somewhere nearby, but actually his heights break up too low to reach the sky. Hand can reach. Aspiration fails. Desire, he has forgotten the desire. He is simply, every day he is getting shorter. Height is breaking up. His mass buried in the animal mire. A strange antimony is his nature's rule. Within the antimony and strange antimony is his nature's rule. Then comes the original topic which we are actually discussing. A riddle of opposites. Initially we started from the enigma's knot. Now itself we are going. A riddle of opposites is made his field. Only opposites, irony, riddle, puzzle, enigma, these are the things. A riddle of opposites is made his field. Freedom, he asks, beautiful description. Freedom, he asks, but needs to live in bonds. Always he asks freedom, he needs freedom, he has need of this freedom. God's oneness and bliss are his inborn right, but the problem is that he has to justify the checkered work. He has to justify, he has to do, he has to gain the faith. Then only after being enabled himself, after enabling himself only that freedom and oneness will come. But actually it is destined. God's oneness and God's freedom and oneness are his inborn right, but he is unable to gain it, unable to pick it, unable to possess it. Freedom he asks, but needs to live in bonds. Ask freedom, but bounds in the bonds, he needs to live in bonds. He has a need of darkness to perceive some light. Originally light is his right, inborn right, but actually he feels, if I need darkness, I manage to live inside the darkness, there is a possibility I may own some light. And the need of grief to feel a little bliss. God's bliss and oneness are his inborn right, but actually he has forgotten the God's little bliss. To feel a little bliss, he has opted out the need of grief to feel a little bliss. And finally, He has need of death to find a greater life. That life will come, and after this life, nobody knows when it will go. It will come because spirit has soul has come, taking the experience, gaining and developing. Soul has to decide when he has to take birth after this birth, when new birth, when soul has to decide, nothing in his hand. But still, man's mind is thinking he has a need of death. What this need? It is coming from his outward external mind. Mind, he has a need of death to find a greater life. Next life will be a greater life. Thinking and dreaming that he has a need of death, he is accepting death. He is accepting to summarize, needing bonds or tasking freedom. She is needing darkness to perceive some light, needing grief to feel a little bliss. He has a need of death to find a greater life. All sides he sees and turns to every call. Call is coming. He is able to see, but he has no certain light by which to walk. No light is nothing is certain he can go. No fixed light, no fixed direction he is able to pick up. His life is a blind man's stuff, a hide and seek. Every time a hide and seek, the game is going on. A blind man's stuff. He seeks himself, and from himself he runs. Meeting himself, he thinks he is other than he. Unable to identify himself. He is in the memory is not working properly. He has forgotten. Why? Always he builds but finds no constant ground. Always he journeys but nowhere he arrives. This is the enigma. This is the helplessness of the mind. This is the irony of life. This is the enigma not tied to the humankind. With this puzzle, with this irony, life is rolling on. He would guide the world, himself he can't guide. Speaks he can give, but actually he can't apply. A drop of practice is better than an ocean of theories, advices, and good resolutions. Drop of practice, there is ocean, he is unable to identify. He would save the soul, because soul is immortal. He can, it is a life he can save. Why came this problem? The light his soul had brought while descended, he descended. The light his soul had brought, soul got the light, but which was his mind lost by the mind. His mind has lost. All he has learned is soon again in doubt. Whatever he learned till now seems to be doubtful. A son to him seems the shadow of his thought. The only son which is true before the human atmosphere, human feelings, human anticipation, that is actually seems to be doubt. Some seems to be the shadow of his thoughts. Then all is shadow again, nothing is true. Then how he is living after losing the light his soul had bought, confused manner. His passport of entry is false and his personage. He can't move, he can't fly, he can't enter the very higher world, higher step he can't go. He is compelled to be what he is not. He obeys the inconscience he had come to rule. He came to rule the inconscience now itself. Inconscience is on the other hand actually ruling him. And sinks in matter to fulfill his soul. Knows not his own greatness, forgotten everything, lost the light, he is here. Still, the earth mother gave her forces to her in her hand, and painfully he guards the heavy trust. He is now frustrated. He is weak. He does not know what to do, how to go. So his life, he still keeps the human middle way. His body, he resigns to death and pain, accepted death, accepted pain, and resigns his body to the death and pain. His life keeps him on the middle way. Still Sri Aurobindo feels there is a hope. There is a certainty. His failure is not failure whom God leads, because God is there with us. So this failure is not failure, that the sun will come, will change. How the end shall be vain when God is guide?